remember a time in every living room, a wooden cabinet with speaker making us all groove. Slide the record out, careful not to scratch, singing all the songs using the lyrics on the back. Those were my 45s. Those were my 45s. Drop the needle down in the groove, snap, crackle, and pop. Turn the volume up on 10, about to blow off top. Dance and sing it all night long, had ourselves a time. New record about to be released, you find me in a line. Those were my 45s. Those were my 45s. Daddy beat the drums to them and my uncle played guitar. Nanny swayed to the fiddle while Grandpappy hummed along. Those were my 45s. Those were my 45s. Turntable in control. Sometimes we go fast, sometimes we go slow. We dust off the album covers of our lives. Chapters are the songs, happiness and strife. Those are my 45s. Those are my 45s. Daddy beat the drums to them and my uncle played guitar. Nanny swayed to the fiddle while Grandpappy hummed along. Beat to my old drum now, I'll give guitar a try. My how time can fly by. These are my 45s. 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 Remember a time in every living room, a wooden cabinet with speaker make us all move.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Monday, I was dragging like a rusty old wagon. Tires all flattened, got it down back. This late night red eye overtime habit. Tuesday, Wednesday, no better. Thursday, felt like forever. This struggle bus gotta lead to something. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. see my chance staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. Put my lips on a long neck, drink a little of my paycheck. Jackpot jukebox when I hear that throwback. George Jones takes me way back like a Kodak. And I'm smiling, cause you're right on time. And finally, hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a past blue and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. The work weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a Pabst tattoo and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. The weekend really gets me in the mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you.
Her name is Shayna G with her Friday anthem song, Hello Friday. We're glad it's here. We're getting you ready for the weekend, and it is going to be a hot one, ladies and gentlemen. First weekend of summer officially started today. This is Friday, the longest day of the year. Better enjoy it. It's going to get shorter from here. And before that, my 45's Ken McPherson kicking off a New Music Friday edition of the Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. Welcome to the show, everybody. I've got 3 hours of the best in new country music coming for you, and I've got a couple of great radio interviews ahead as well. In the bottom half of this hour, Sean Lee Stamps is going to join us, and then in the bottom half of hour number 2, Anna Scott is going to be on the program. You guys are going to get to hear the stories behind their songs, and of course, lots of great new country music on the radio tonight. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the stations that replay this program. Great stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Tailgate Country Radio from Canada, Radio 94.3 in Sweden. We got Hot and Funky Radio. We've also got KWradio.com, and of course all the major streaming platforms that carry the Tim Kelly Show, like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Pandora. Wherever you listen to music, just search the Tim Kelly Show. You can add this show to your playlist, and I'll give you 3 hours every time of what I call New Country's Best. Let's keep the live music going before our first interview. How about Brendan Kelly with the Brendan Kelly Band and his latest single called I'll Pick You Up, and take you to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
When the world is on your shoulders and your heart is full of pain, just take a moment to remember. Shake that voice inside your head. I'll pick you up when you are down. just let it go. Feel the breeze run through your soul. Turn around, make your way home. You know I've got your back, you're not alone. I'll pick you up when you are down. And there is no one else around. I won't be back behind the crowd. I'll pick you up when you are down. If the road ahead is long, stand your ground and carry on. Don't forget that you are strong. Don't forget where you belong. And if your feet that walk this ground should let you fall without a sound, I'll pick you up when you are down. I'll pick you up when you are down.
I'll pick you up when you are down.
And there is no one else around.
There is no one else around.
I won't be back behind the crowd.
Behind the crowd.
I'll pick you up when you are down.
Pick you up when you are down.
I'll pick you up when you are down.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Thought I'd show up swinging round here to get her off my mind. Thought I could beat the blues when she left me behind. But one round somehow turned to two, and two slurred into nine. I'm feeling as low as that bottom shelf bottle and just about as dry. So bartender, cut me off, call me a cab. 'Cause sticking around here brings me back to everything we had. From the two-stepping good times to the song the jukebox plays. Bartender, I got a honky-tonk heartbreak. Oh yeah! Thought when she said she was mine, she'd mean it forever. We'd sway under these neon signs and pass the nights together. But when I cross that hardwood floor, a shadow's all I see. Caught up in the smoky haze of her memory. So bartender, cut me off, call me a cab. 'Cause sticking around here brings me back to everything we had. From the two-stepping good times to the song the jukebox plays. Bartender, I got a honky-tonk heartbreak. So bartender, cut me off, call me a cab. 'Cause sticking around here brings me back to everything we had. From the two-stepping good times to the song the jukebox plays. Bartender, I got a honky-tonk heartbreak. So bartender, I got a honky-tonk heartbreak.
making his radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday. His name is Ethan Lake. He is 23 years young from Baltimore, Maryland. That is called Honky Tonk Heartbreak. And I'll tell you what, he's probably a Ravens fan. I'm a Chiefs fan, but folks are going to be raving about his music. How you like that segue, Ethan? That's pretty good, wasn't it? And that is his only single out to radio right now. When he comes out and releases a few more, we're going to get him on Triple Play Thursday, the show that I did last night, where every artist gets played 3 times in a row. And we'll also get him on here for a great radio interview as well. We are going to have a radio interview with this next gentleman coming up a little bit later this summer. This song debuted to radio last night on my Triple Play Thursday show, and I got the exclusive rights to put it out there. I appreciate that. His name is Mike Carlisle. He is live with us right now on TikTok over here at Tim Kelly on Air. Come over and say hello over there. And I'm also on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. Also on Facebook, my account live. So come over and chat with us. We'd love to meet you. Backroads and Blue Jeans. Let's play it again for Mike Carlisle on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's best on New Music Friday.
Clock hits 5, I'm flying out the gate, cleaning off the dirt from another long day. Shined up the truck, got a full tank ready. She's texting me, come get me, and I'm holding steady. She hops in wearing them cut-off jeans, kicks off her boots and sliding next to me. Radio's loud, that smile's loud too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do. A back road and blue jeans, firelight and moonbeams, tailgate down, she's dancing with me. But on the tire, stars up high, kissing in the bed of my ride. Cold drink sipping, no place to be, just my baby in a night this free. Memory making, slow song playing, a back road and blue jeans. Got a cooler full and a case of time. Crickets singing like a backbeat line. She grabs my hat, puts it on just right, spins me around in the firelight. Laughing like we ain't got bills or plans, wrapped up in her small town hands. This kind of night don't come in threes. It's one of a kind, just her and me. Back road and blue jeans, firelight and moonbeams, tailgate down, she's dancing with me. But on the tire, stars up high, kissing in the bed of my ride. Cold drink sipping, no place to be, just my baby in a night this free. Memory making, slow song playing, back road and blue jeans. A back road and blue jeans, firelight and moonbeams, tailgate down, she's dancing with me. But on the tire, stars up high, kissing in the bed of my ride. Cold drink sipping, no place to be, just my baby in a night this free. Memory making, slow song playing, a back road and blue jeans. A back road and blue jeans.
Hey y'all, this is Ashley Ewing, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
In a world that felt so small, I wandered through the halls, searching for a sign, a chance to redefine. And then you came into my life, cut through the dark like a knife. And there you opened up a window just for me. Your kindness was the key, unlocking dreams inside of me. With every word you said, you lifted shadows from my head. Now reaching for the skies with hope that never dies, grateful for the gift you gave. And there you taught me how to be brave. You opened up a window, let the light shine in, and gave me strength to start again. Through your eyes I learned to see a future bright and full of possibilities. With love I found my way, a brand new start, a brighter day. I was standing at the edge, afraid to take the flight, not ready for the fall, longing for the high, but your words gave me wings. You taught me how to fly, your courage set me free. And you showed me how to be the one I was meant to be. You opened up a window, let the light shine in, and gave me strength to start again. Through your eyes I learned to see a future bright and full of possibilities. With love I found my way, a brand new start, a brighter day. In the silence, you were a soul leading me wherever you go. With every step, you're by my side. I learned to confide. You opened up a window, let the light shine in, and gave me strength to start again. Through your eyes I learned to see a future bright and full of possibility. You've opened up a window just for me, and now I'm free.
She is making her debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday. She is from the Netherlands. She come into my Facebook Live last night, asked if she could send a song. I text her my email, and here we are tonight. We got her on the radio. How about that? Pretty cool, huh? Kirsten Alting is who she is. That is called Window of Opportunity, and I found that window of opportunity to get her on the Tim Kelly Show tonight. I will do that for anybody that sends me what I can call New Country's Best. And over in the Netherlands, they listen to over 500 hours a month of this program every single month on Zeno FM after I put it through that system. And that's what the player is on our website, the first one that you log on to at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. That is powered by Zeno FM. It says recorded shows on it. They play in rotation, 3-hour shows, so you get 8 shows a day in rotation. So you artists that do interviews with yours truly, your stuff gets played for at least 2 months on my website on that very first radio player. Just a heads up on that. We're going to put 2 interviews into the Tim Kelly Show interview archives tonight, also on my website. You can go back, artists, and download those and share them on your social media, and you can share them with your fan base, and they can listen to the interviews over and over again. We're going to play 2 more songs, and then my first interview tonight is Sean Lee Stamps. You're going to love that one. Jason Breedlove and his brand new single is up next. Take the X out of Texas. Let's do it on the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
I'm lost, but I can be found on a bar stool away from my hometown. She causes misery, I don't need to be back in that state when she's around. I know where I can go that's best for me. I'm not there, it's difficult, you see. Take the X out of Texas, bet you my guess is I'll pack up and leave Tennessee. I'll head back home to that Lone Star State. If she completely leave me, my life would be so great. I know that's where I need to be. I'm up here to keep my sanity. Take the eggs out of Texas. Bet you my guess is I'll pack up and leave Tennessee. Out the best. Too many complications way out west. That's where she broke my heart, tore my world apart. And she still wants more than I don't have. There's friends at home I sure love to see, but there's a problem out there that I don't need. Take the eggs out of Texas. Bet you my guess is I'll pack up and leave Tennessee. I'll head back home to that Lone Star State. If she completely leave me, my life would be so great. I know that's where I need to be. I'm up here to keep my sanity. Take the eggs out of Texas. Bet you my guess is I'll pack up and leave Tennessee. Take the eggs out of Texas. I won't be affected living up here in Tennessee.
This is O. Webb Dalton. You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
In
to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is New Music Friday. I'm playing the best in new country music as usual, and we've got some great radio interviews in the mix tonight as well. Sean Lee Stamps is with us tonight. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, Tim. Thanks.
I'm doing great too, and thanks for doing the interview. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure, man. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome. Your music landed in my email a while back, and I was like, wow, this is what country music should sound like. You make some good stuff.
Oh, man, I appreciate it, man. That's the whole goal, Tim, is to try to produce music that is more traditional country music than what we have today. It's just this neo country music that they're making now. It's still it's not that original country music sound, and I want to keep that tradition alive, you know.
Right. You're down there in a area where country music is fantastic, just outside of rural Alabama, where the small music town of Muscle Shoals, it is famous for music.
Very famous for music. Surprisingly, not country music, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Muscle Shoals was it's home to Fame Recording Studio, which was the hit recording capital of the world, man. You know, some of the biggest names in music came here and recorded, you know, everywhere from Etta James to Aretha Franklin, Rolling Stones, Bob Seger.
Yep.
So it was really difficult to make it here in Muscle Shoals as a country music singer, because you had so many legendary musicians that was from here.
Yeah.
And people, you know, they didn't want to hear Waylon Jennings and Merle Haggard. They wanted to hear Bob Seger and Mustang Sally and Wilson Pickett, and it just wasn't my niche.
Yeah. Aretha Franklin, and I'm looking at Percy Sledge, When a Man Loves a Woman. I love that too. I love a wide variety of music, but you know, it was that 90s country and that traditional country sound that still resonates with people that's now 35 years old that converted me to country radio.
There you go. And that's about the age of the type of music that I'm recording now.
Yep. That's awesome. But it was also home to the legendary George Jones, Melba Montgomery, and the band Shenandoah. I did not know that until I read this.
It is. Marty Raybon lived right here on Carbon Heights Mountain, just outside of Muscle Shoals. George and Tammy lived down in Red Bay, Alabama, which is about 20 or 30 minutes from Muscle Shoals. So, yeah, there were some big names. You know, I know Peanut Montgomery lives here in Muscle Shoals, who wrote nearly all of George Jones's songs. And Peanut was actually good friends with George. George shot at Peanut. George got drunk one night and shot at Peanut.
Oh, wow.
And Charlene, Peanut's wife, called the law, and of course the law came out and arrested George. And Peanut went down there and made his bond.
Wow. I've seen some videos of George getting arrested on YouTube. He was something, wasn't he?
He was a real character, that's for sure.
But, you know, he made a song, and they play it here at one of the theaters that I've seen shows at here in Branson. And he asked this question: who's going to fill their shoes? You know, who's going to play the Opry and the Wabash Cannonball? You guys like you that are making traditional country music and keeping it alive are filling those shoes. They're big shoes to fill, but you're doing it.
They are. And I don't know if I will ever be in that category, Tim. I've been hearing a lot of things about another artist that's out right now. He is great. I'm not going to say no names, but he is a great artist. He's a great singer, great songwriter, and he's one of my favorites. But I seen an article the other day that said, is this guy filling those shoes that George Jones was talking about? And still, though, no, he's not. Yeah. In my opinion, he's not, because he is making that more neo-traditional country music. It's not what George Jones and Merle Haggard and Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson those guys, it's not the country music that they were writing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll keep on the lookout for that, and we'll keep on the lookout for your music as well. We're going to play 3 great songs that you've got tonight on the program. And you began singing at an early age, but then performing, you started when you were about age 20, it said, in little clubs and honky-tonks around your hometown.
That's correct.
Yeah.
It was, like I said, it was really difficult because we had so many legendary musicians here, you know, and who wants to come and see some little young kid that's got snot running out of his nose and doesn't really know when they can go and they can see these legendary musicians. So it's,
yeah.
I mean, you know, I cut my teeth in a very hard way here in Muscle Shoals.
That's right. We can see that on the school bus, can't we?
That's right.
You began loving Texas red dirt music, though, and man, I'll tell you what, that's a genre all of its own, isn't it?
Oh gosh, yes. I grew up listening to music by people that, from where I'm from, nobody ever heard of them. You know, guys like Jerry Jeff Walker and Robert Earl Keen and Billy Joe Shaver.
Yeah.
You know, nobody knew who those guys was where I'm from.
Yeah.
Because they were that Texas, they were that whole Texas sound. And that's the music that I fell in love with, you know, and that's the music that I said, this is what I want to do. I want to write songs like this.
Yeah. And talking about Billy Joe Shaver is a great songwriter, but the great Chris Christopherson, who we recently lost in the world of country music, he maybe didn't sing a bunch of hits, but he sure could write them, couldn't he?
Oh, Lord, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Chris Christopherson was an outstanding songwriter, and I love the way he sang, you know. He was a great singer.
Yep. And you got something in common with the great Hank Williams Jr. It talks about in one of his songs that I play on my classic country station. He lived the songs he wrote, and you've done the same thing.
Oh gosh, yes, Tim. I'm actually doing a thing on my TikTok page. Right now, it's a part series, and it's describing my life. And it's been difficult to do this because of all that I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I started doing it is because for 25 years, man, my dad kept saying, son, you need to write a book. You know, everything that you've been through in your life, dude, if you would write a book, people would not be able to put it down.
Wow.
But I didn't know how to write a book, so I started this part series on TikTok. And you can find me on TikTok, just Sean Lee Stamps and the number 2.
Uh-huh.
And it describes all the things that I've been through in my life. And it was really difficult to do it because of such the tragedies that I've seen. You know, I lost my wife. I was married to the same lady my whole life until 2020, and she passed away, and that was number one worst thing that I had ever been through, and it was really difficult to go through that. But also then in 2022, I hit an elk in Arizona on tour, and it completely crushed my car, crushed me, broke my arm in 11 places. I didn't know if I was ever going to play guitar again. So I really lived these songs, Tim.
I did not know there was elk in Arizona. I guess there are, huh?
I did not know there was elk in Arizona either until I smashed one.
My goodness. So yeah, that you're lucky to be alive, and we're blessed to have you and your music. And thanks for telling those stories tonight, man. That's exactly why I love doing these interviews, and I call them the stories behind the songs. You never know what you're going to hear, and I get a lot of interesting song titles too, and I love hearing the stories behind the titles of the songs. "Born with the Blues" is the first one we're going to play tonight for you. Tell us about it.
Oh wow, it's pretty much self-explanatory, you know. I went into the studio at Wishbone here in Muscle Shoals and pitched a song that I had written with a guy named Shelby Lee Lowe, and I played the song for Billy Lawson, and Billy leaned back and he said, we can't, we're not going to record this.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, why, man? This is a great song. Yeah, it's great, but it's just too sad.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, too sad. What about what about he stopped loving her today? And he said, you're not George Jones. And I was like, well, dang, Billy, some of us was born with the blues, man. And he said, oh, that's good right there. Let's write that.
Oh,
so
wow.
in 6 hours, we had written and recorded Born with the Blues.
That's something. And
we pitched it to the radio, and it was my very first radio single. It made the top 100. So
that's something. And Born with the Blues comes out at 2 minutes and 54 seconds long. That is quite a story right there. Well, we're going to play Born with the Blues from Sean Lee Stamps, and then we're going to come back and talk about another one called A Beautiful Mistake on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this New Music Friday.
Life ain't ever been easy. All I know is hard work. It took 36 hours for mama to give me birth. I grew up in a cotton row with a guitar out of tune. Some of us were born with the blues. From my bedroom window, I could hear that lonesome train. As soon as I got fast, I got away. I rode it through the Delta, hopped off in Baton Rouge. And some of us were born with the blues. Some of us were born with the blues. We were born that way and we still keep paying dues. Yeah, some were born with money, still licking that silver spoon. And some of us were born with the blues. There's been a lot of ladies that tried to make me stay. I hope they're not still crying today. As soon as I got happy, it was time for me to move. Yeah, some of us were born with the blues. Some of us were born with the blues. We were born that way and we still keep paying dues. Yeah, some were born with money, still licking that silver spoon. And some of us were born with the blues. Yeah, some were born with money, still licking that silver spoon. And some of us were born with the blues. Yeah, some were born with money, still licking that silver spoon. And some of us were born with the blues.
His name is Sean Lee Stamps. He is live with us tonight on the Tim Kelly Show, and that is a great tune called Born with the Blues. You just heard the story behind it, and yeah, I'm glad you guys went ahead and did that one.
But, oh, yeah, it was a fun song, man. Billy is such a great songwriter, and I am blessed to have met a lot of the people that I've gotten to write songs with.
Yeah.
And Billy Lawson is one of them, you know.
Absolutely. Tell us your process of writing, and maybe you can kind of give us an idea. Are you kind of more lyric-based, or is it a combination of both, having to hear the hook and the lyrics as well, or how do you do it?
Man, Tim, most all the songs that I write drive down. Well, I don't literally write. I'm driving down the interstate, but I'm usually going down the interstate when I come up with an idea. And I'll come up with an idea, and I have a voice memo on my phone, and I'll just think of a line, and I'll say that line on the voice memo, and then just push pause. And I very, very, very rarely listen to music or the radio or anything when I'm riding down the interstate. I have rode for thousands and thousands of miles in complete silence, just because my whole world is noise and music and chaos. So when I get in that car, that's my sanctuary, so to speak.
Wow. That's interesting. You know, most people are the exact opposite. They want to roll the windows down, crank the music up, and you hear a lot of that end up on country radio in a song too. But I love hearing that, you know, that you got to have that complete silence. And you know, creative minds, you know, they're interesting. They're totally different sometimes. You know, sometimes you don't sleep a lot at night. You're always thinking about stuff, and you know, you got to get up and write that down or speak it into your phone like you do, and then finish it later. It's really interesting hearing all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that silence, it gives me time to think, and I am a lot like what you said. You know, I'm up late at night. You know, most of our shows are nighttime, and so I pretty much call myself the night shift, you know.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of shows, when we go see Sean Lee Stamps in a show, is it acoustic, full band, or a combination of both of those? You can accommodate either one.
It could be either one, Tim. You know, I do have an outstanding band. All my guys live there in Texas, and probably 75% of my shows are full band shows. But on occasion, I do some acoustic shows and some trios. Gary Jones, my guitar player, is a great guy. He played for Ray Price for probably 10 or 15 years, and so Gary does a lot of acoustic shows with me because I'm not the guitar player that he is. He is such an outstanding guitar player.
Well, that's awesome. Ray Price was here in Branson for a time. He had a theater here too, man. That's just some of the great history in Branson and country music. I love being here, that's for sure. And they call this the live show capital of the world because there's so many shows and so many theater seats here in Branson, in this little town of 10,000. 8 to 9 million people come through every year, and it's getting busy right now in the summertime. That is for sure.
Well, I'm looking forward to coming to Branson and playing. You know, you and I had a conversation here recently about them starting the Branson Opry back up, and I really commend you for what you're trying to do with getting more independent artists and younger names into the Opry, you know, to open for some of these bigger name artists, you know, because I mean that's how guys like me made it before. That's how I'm trying to make it, you know, is to be able to open for a bigger act that's going to naturally bring more people.
Absolutely. You know, such a big history here of this town. I think it's like number 2 to Nashville. I've always thought that, you know, and our grandparents started bringing us here when I was a kid to this theme park, Silver Dollar City. And I thought, just what a cool place to live, and then getting to see these shows and all the stuff that there is to do here. But yeah, you're right, giving you guys a chance to be heard. And there's some great talent out there, young talent, and some that's not so young, you know, and I love hearing all of it. You know, music is music. If you sound good on the radio, I'm going to play you, and you sure do, my friend.
Man, thanks, Tim. You know, I a lot of times I don't know, man. Yeah. You know, we'll do a band show, and after the show, I record most everything that we do. And after a band show, I'll go back and watch the video, and I just critique myself so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, on occasion I get down on myself, you know, because I'm not perfect. I make mistakes just like everybody else.
Yep.
But I strive to be better every day.
We all do that. You know, I've been doing this show for a long time, 10 years on my station, 13 years total. And I've went back and I've listened to some of those first radio interviews or the first shows that I ever did. And I'm like, did I really sound like that? You know, so yeah, we hone our craft, we get better. And, you know, I love to be able to say New Country's Best, our tagline behind every song that we play. I can say it behind yours with no problem, my friend.
Yeah, I can't thank you enough, Tim, for saying that. That's awesome, man.
You're welcome.
I do my best to write music that people can relate to. I've got a new record coming out July the 11th, and it's got some really good songs on it. Actually, one of the songs it's got on it is Let's Ask the Bottle, which originally was the song that I talked about at the beginning of the interview that I went in and pitched to Billy. And since I've played that song for other people, you know, they said, why have you not recorded this song? This is such a great song. And I don't know why I hadn't recorded it. You're right. I need to get in the studio and cut this song. So it'll be on the new album coming up July the 11th.
That's awesome. And that's the thing about songwriters. You guys probably, and you probably are the same way. You probably got hundred, if not hundreds of songs that are, yet to be recorded that you can just pull from and be like, man, this thing's been sitting here for 6, 7, 8 years. I need to record this thing.
I do. Absolutely do.
Yeah. A Beautiful Mistake is the next song. Tell us about it. It's awesome too.
Oh, A Beautiful Mistake, man. Golly. Wrote the song with Ed Hill. And, Ed called me. He said, man, I got a song, it's an idea. And he told it to me, and I was like, God, that's so good right there, And it's one of those songs that's very relatable to a lot of people, who in our lives, who all of us has not met this girl or this guy that they were just so in love with. They loved everything about this person, but they knew no matter what, in the end, it was not going to work. It wasn't going to work for some reason or another. Maybe it was because where they lived, maybe you met these people on vacation, and you're not going to be with this girl because she lives in Wisconsin, and you're from BFE, Alabama. You're not going to be with this girl because she's not going to move to Alabama, and you're not going to move to Wisconsin.
That's right.
but you had such a great time with this person, and that's that beautiful mistake that you made right there.
That's awesome. I'm into sports. If she don't like the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't think we'd get along either.
There you go. I'm the same way, except, roll tide.
Roll tide, roll. I thought you were going to say that. Awesome. And the third one we're going to play to kick off the top of the next hour, we all like this. Girls That Drive Trucks. How about that one?
Oh, yeah. That's another Ed Hill song. Ed actually wrote that song himself and sent it to me and said, Sean, man, this song, dude, he said, I've been sitting on this song for a long time, and I wanted to wait till the right person came along for me to send it to see if they're interested in recording it. And when I heard it, I said, man, this is the only song out of the three that I did not actually have a part in writing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was it just fit me.
Yeah.
I love those girls that drive trucks, man. Those girls that wear their jeans a little too tight and they're rough around the edges and that.
Yeah.
But on the inside, they're absolutely beautiful and soft and still girls,
Yeah, that's right. That's country music right there, my friend. Well, man, thanks for doing a great radio interview today. It was not a mistake having you on the program. I looked forward to this one for a while because of your music, and now we have a relationship that next time you call, I'll be looking forward to catching up with you, my friend.
Likewise, Tim, man, I have been looking forward to this interview, and actually we were supposed to get together, you and I, but I finally figured out, why they say don't quit your day job.
Yeah.
And so, I do have a day job. I'm a bricklayer by trade, and my job would not allow me to get out there to do the interview live like you and I had planned on doing, and I missed that, but we are going to get together, man, because I owe you breakfast.
Well, there you go. That sounds really good, man, and I look forward to that, and keep laying one brick at a time in what you're doing in music too, because you're building something there as well. You probably don't even realize it, but you're getting some traction, man, and helping you out is a pleasure, because you make that traditional country music that we talked about that country radio needs so desperately.
Man, thanks, Tim, and I can't thank you enough for inviting me on, man. I look forward to doing it again, and if you look me up on any social media, Sean Lee Stamps. I'm on YouTube. My music is on any streaming platform. So I encourage everybody, go to my YouTube page, hit subscribe. It does not cost you one dime, but it's where I actually make a little bit of money and get a little traction when it comes to social media. It's on YouTube. So
there you go.
Just find me, Sean Lee Stamps, on YouTube.
Awesome. That was going to be my next question, and you just answered that perfectly. And I'll tell you what, postage stamps are expensive, but Sean Lee Stamps is pretty cheap, and he's affordable, right?
I am very affordable. That's it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for doing a great radio interview tonight. His name is Sean Lee Stamps. This is called A Beautiful Mistake on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on this New Music Friday.
Well, any fool could see where this was headed, just how it would end. And I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't do it all again. Lying here alone tonight, wide awake in the bed I made. Awfully hard to regret such a beautiful mistake. And it hurts so good, I'll probably always miss her like I knew I would. I went ahead and went there knowing she was gonna walk away someday. Such a beautiful mistake. Well, I don't know what it was about me. She was kind of into me for a while. I didn't ask too many questions. I just went along for the ride. I don't blame myself too much, 'cause any man would gladly take my place. 'Cause it's awfully hard to regret such a beautiful mistake. And it hurts so good, I'll probably always miss her like I knew I would. I went ahead and went there knowing she was gonna walk away someday. Such a beautiful mistake. And it hurts so good, I'll probably always miss her like I knew I would. But I went ahead and went there knowing she was gonna break my heart someday. Well, I saw it coming from a mile away. Such a beautiful mistake.
Best in New Country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Give me your old man in a barber shop, drinking cokes and telling lies. My grandma in the kitchen, slicing up an apple pie. Here's the rodeos at the county fair, coffee when the sun comes up, and girls that drive trucks, the kind that put their jeans on tight, a little mud on her boots, hat down around her eyes with a trace of sweet perfume. She'll sit with you on the tailgate when you're down on your luck. Love those girls that drive trucks. Give me little kids dropping pennies in I often played at church. Clothes dancing on the line, leaving summer on your shirt. Hats off to every country boy who couldn't help but fall in love with girls that drive trucks. The kind that put their jeans on tight, a little mud on her boots, hat down around her eyes with a trace of sweet perfume. She'll sit with you on the tailgate when you're down on your luck. Love those girls that drive trucks. If you wanna hold her when the day is done, kiss beneath the setting sun, boy, you'll have to ride shotgun. She'll sit with you on the tailgate when you're down on your luck. Love those girls that drive trucks. Love those girls that drive trucks.
He is my good friend Sean Lee Stamps. He is from the great state of Alabama. We heard the story behind girls that love trucks. Now we got to figure out, is that girl a Ford girl or is she a Chevy girl? I'm a Chevy guy because that's all I could afford. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri, live on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air. Come in and say hello. I'm also live on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll get notified every time I go live, which is every Thursday and Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. And sometimes we do a Wednesday pop-up show like we did this week. And I'm going to do another one this next week as well. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, all times 7 p.m. Central Time. KICRIndieCountryRadio.com is the website. And if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see a Radio Boss player. I'm also live on there. You can click the audio on that. And underneath that player, there's a YouTube player. We're live over there right now as well. These next artists are going to be live with me on the radio July the 17th on a Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. Shimmer Road, and Shimmer Johnson, half of the group, she went to Branson, to high school here in Branson. Now she lives in Canada. She sent me a song, and let me hear it first of what I thought of it. It is called Branson, and I think it is amazing. It may be the theme song for the upcoming Branson Opry that we're working so hard behind the scenes to put together. Let me know what you think of it. It is Shimmer Road and Branson on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
I remember when I was 3, we'd sing country songs in our home on Fiddle Street. Now looking back, it's plain to see how simple was so good and so free. I'll drive the memories. I'll head into Branson, West 76th Strip. Walk the landing and walk my memories. Drive through the Ozarks, where I found my start. No matter where I am, I'll always be in Branson. I remember 16, my first year. I fell in love and broke my heart for the first time. I wouldn't change things. I'll take what life brings, no matter where I go. I never left home. I'll head into Branson, West 76th Strip. Walk the landing and walk my memories. Drive through the Ozarks, where I found my start. No matter where I am, I'll always be in Branson. out at 18, had to leave for my dream. I met a man, he heard the music in me. Now each December, no tour till summer, hand in hand we'll walk the memory. I'll head into Branson, West 76th Street, walk the landing and walk my memories. Drive through the Ozarks, where I found my start. No matter where I am, I'll always be in Branson. I'll head into Branson, West 76th Strip, walk the landing by Lake Tahoe, drive through the Ozarks, where I found my start. No matter where I am, I'll always be in Branson, and I'll stay. And I'll stay. And I'll stay. Leave flowers on me in Branson.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it?
Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
All right, well, it skipped over a song. I'll see if I can get it back in there here in just a second. Let's do Morgan Miles. What happened to our forever on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this New Music Friday.
Found our wedding photo in a cardboard box. My hands are shaking as I start to pack. 7 years of memories in this house. Still wear the ring that matched your vows. Remember dancing in the rain that day. Said we'd make it through come what may. What happened to our forever? What happened to all we planned? What happened to our forever? I don't understand. Coffee cup still sits where you left it. Third morning straight, you didn't come home. Used to talk for hours after midnight. Now we're just exchanging lawyers' notes. The promises we made back then feel like paper in the wind. What happened to our forever? What happened to all we planned? What happened to our
happened to our forever? What happened to all we planned? What happened to our forever? I'll never understand. What happened to our forever? I'll never understand.
This is Kayla McGee, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
Hey, Don.
Yeah, what's up?
Who is that over there?
Yeah, I see her over there. I swear. I think she's from around here.
Seriously? You say that again. She can hunt, she can fish and dance all night. Wearing that sundress will give a blind man sight. She can raise some hell and praise the Lord. Just your typical southern girl next door. Likes to sip the whiskey, pour it neat. Painted toes and muddy feet. All that charm and a whole lot of flirty. You know the kind of girl that likes to get dirty. Put her in the truck when the window's down, heading to a spot outside of town where there ain't no rules, just living a life. Likes to do it every single night. Feel full of motor in the back 40 down an old dirt road in Florida, Georgia. No matter where she goes, don't get in no hurry. She's just the kind of girl that likes to get dirty. Likes to go to the spa, let her hair down. Likes a night out on the town. No matter where she goes, she's down for the ride. Even the county fair, she climbs inside. To the honey hole in neon time. Fire into a 30-pack on bonfire nights. You can take her anywhere, it's always beer 30. You know the kind of girl that likes to get dirty. Put her in the truck with the windows down, heading to a spot outside of town where there ain't no rules, just living a life. She likes to do it every single night. Feel full of motor in the back 40 down an old dirt road in Florida, Georgia. No matter where she goes, don't get in no hurry. She's just the kind of girl that likes to get dirty.
She likes to get a little dirty, and that ain't no joke. In the bed of a truck with a fishing pole. Sunny days or rainy nights, man. She loves those country nights. Crown and coat, she likes sipping it straight. Down it goes to keep her up late. Man, that girl, she sure is pretty. And she likes to get dirty.
Preach on, brother. Feel full of motor in the back 40 down an old dirt road in Florida, Georgia. No matter where she goes, don't get in no hurry. She's just the kind of girl that likes to get dirty. Man, Don, I like the sound of that. You can't wash off that kind of dirty. She's just the kind of girl who likes to get dirty.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
5 o'clock Friday and my working is done. Punch my time card closest little dive that I can find. I don't care what they got in a bottle or a shot. I don't mind if it's happy hour priced or it's not. I just need a little something to help me unwind. 'Cause I drink to this, I drink to that. I'm always where the party's at. In my friends, that's a good time and time. And I might be high, I might be low. And serve me something strong and cold. 'Cause I'll drink to this or I'll drink to that. It don't matter if I'm winning, it don't matter if I'm not. I don't care if it twists or the top's got a pop. I'm just afraid to roll with something on the wall. I don't mind if the salt circles the rim. I don't mind if it's lemon or lime or some gin. Just fill it up fast, fill it up to the brim. 'Cause I drink to this, I drink to that. I'm always where the party's at. In my place, every good time and time. And I might be high, I might be low. Serve me something strong and cold. 'Cause I'll drink to this or I'll drink to that. I don't care if it comes in a bottle or a shot. I don't care if it's happy hour priced or it's not. I don't care if the top's got a twist or the top's got a pop. 'Cause I drink to this, I drink to that. I'm always where the party's at. In my place, every good time and time. And I might be high, I might be low. And serve me something strong and cold. 'Cause I'll drink to this or I'll drink to that. Yeah, I'll drink to this or I'll drink to that.
She made her radio debut 2 nights ago on an Indie Wednesday special edition of the Tim Kelly Show. She is Honey Girl. Her husband Scotty was with us on the interview that we just did, and she made her radio debut on all 3 songs that we played. This was one of them, I'll Drink to This or That. If you want to hear the story behind it, go to my website, KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Click on the tab at the top that says the Tim Kelly Show Interview Archives. You just got to scroll down on that first page just a little bit, and you'll see the Honey Girl interview that we did, and she is fantastic. Honeygirlmusic.com is her website, and go follow her on social media. She's got some great music, and it's going to be a pleasure to keep playing her on the radio as well. We've got a couple of more songs, and then we're going to have our second radio interview. Anna Scott is going to join us on the program. You're going to get to hear the story behind 3 of her songs, and we're going to do a worldwide radio debut to one of them that is dropping at midnight tonight. We'll tell you more about that in just a little bit. Alan Rudd is up next, good friend of mine from Ardmore, Oklahoma. This is called It's a Good Thing. It's a good thing you're here tonight on the KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
I came home Valentine's Day, pulled up in the drive with a sweetheart dozen, my heart in my hand. When I got there, she wasn't home. Something told me she was long gone. She'd given my sweetheart gift to another man. Looking through another wedding veil, heaven sent me an angel so sweet. Could she be mine? I wanted to run, but I had to stay. Couldn't believe what had come my way, so I gave her my heart and I took her hand. And it's a good thing, now I know what love's about, 'cause I got you, and honey, there ain't no doubt that it's a good thing. Set me free, 'cause I never known the love you've given me. And now the only thing that I could ever think she left an open door. It's a good thing now I know what love's about, 'cause I got you, and honey, there ain't no doubt. It's a good thing what your love's done for me, 'cause I'd never known how sweet a love could be. Now I come home every day and pull up in the drive. My sweetheart's there and my heart's in her hand. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
Take me home, country roads where mountaineers are free. Like Mateo, Brad, and little Jimmy D. Carrying your love with me and keeping it alive. From 304 to 615. When you think about WV, so wonderful and wild, where mountains and mamas meet, rivers flow, Shenandoah style. High school cougar fans hear them roar when helmets hit maroon and gold scores. Hatfields and McCoys are a household name. Freebird, the song, cornhole, the game. Between the Blue Ridge Mountain and river, drinking a few, fishing and hot rodding in the ferry with the brew crew. Sunday night truck pulling at the county fair. It ain't real mud bogging unless Rod Ramey's there. Cruising by a hobo flats, sledding down Potato Hill, rocking out at the bow, passing by Mooney's for a thrill. The best left arm bender apple didn't fall far from the tree. That's the Jet Ram #2 made NFL history. Family Video, Brothers Pizza, lifted trucks and ROCs. We were Prince, Coach John, Cougar fans and products of Mary T.D. Between the Blue Ridge Mountain and river, drinking a few, fishing and hot rodding in the ferry with the brew crew. Carrying your love with me and keeping it alive. From 304 to 615.
She is my good friend Dawn Rick. She is from West Virginia originally. She's got West Virginia roots, Nashville dreams. That is her to a T. The big 304 to the 615, and that's the area code of Nashville, Tennessee. I got a great call from Nashville, Tennessee today by that area code from New Music Weekly. We are a reporting station to New Music Weekly, so you guys are getting charted on the radio after the playlist is published after the live shows tonight. So that is awesome stuff for you artists as well. I know you'll enjoy that. Carson Janik is up next, and then we're going to have a great radio interview with Anna Scott. Carson Janik is from Canada, and his latest single out to radio is a good one. It is called Neon to Lean on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
All I know, she's sitting alone, and I never seen her in a honky tonk. And I'll buy her a drink, and I'll see if she'll dance while the canner tags. Yeah, the band might be playing her song, but it ain't giving her what she wants. She's needing more than neon to lean on tonight. She's looking for the right one to get someone off her mind. No, she didn't have to say it. I knew what she was thinking, judging by the look in her eyes. She's needing more than neon to lean on tonight. Another hand, and then one more. Her arms around me like we've done this before. But if the whiskey ain't getting her gone, she can use me if she wants. She's needing more than neon to lean on tonight. She's looking for the right one to get someone off her mind. And no, she didn't have to say it. I knew what she was thinking, judging by the look in her eyes. She's needing more than neon to lean on tonight. And no one wants to be alone when it hurts the most. But nothing helps a lonely night like holding someone close. She's needing more than neon to lean on tonight. She's looking for the right one to get someone off her mind. No, she didn't have to say it. I knew what she was thinking, judging by the look in her eyes. She's needing more than neon to lean on tonight. She's needing more than neon to lean on tonight. Neon to lean on, neon to lean on, neon to lean on. Neon to lean on, neon to lean on, neon to lean on.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is New Music Friday. I am playing the best in new country music for the next 3 hours, but I have a couple of great radio interviews in the mix as well. We have Anna Scott with us tonight. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing so well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic as well. Thank you for doing the program. I've been looking forward to this one, and your fan base that comes into my TikTok lives have been looking forward to it, too.
I've just been so excited. I know everybody's anxious to hear our conversation. It's been, a couple weeks in the making, so I'm really excited.
Well, and a surprise, when we booked this interview, we've changed the time around a couple of times of when this thing was going to air. It's going to air tonight on a Friday night, and you got a new song that's dropping at midnight that you give me the exclusive rights to put it out to radio, and I love that.
Absolutely. I'm so excited that y'all get to hear my new song.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a little bit because it's got an interesting title, so I'm going to mess with you on that title here in a little bit. I love that, but I get a lot of interesting song titles, and I don't know what they're about until I interview the artist. So we call it the story behind the songs.
I love that. I'm excited to dive into mine.
Yeah, we definitely want to hear your story. We'll start out with you were raised in Cleveland, Ohio. The country music scene there's pretty good. I know I got a lot of artists from Ohio.
Yeah, there's a big, I mean, it's gotten bigger as I've grown up. I think we've got a lot of different country music festivals, and we're starting to get some honky tonks downtown Cleveland. So they're learning slowly.
You like to get out there on the dance floor and line dance and stuff like that sometime?
I love line dancing. I will not tell you that I am a dancer by any means. I chose singing for a reason, but I do love a good line dance.
There you go. My saying is, I'm not sure if I have 2 left feet or 2 feet left.
I love that. That's perfect.
I know I have 2 left feet.
You probably learned that at Wild Horse.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I was telling you off the air. I hung out at the Wild Horse in Nashville. Now you are in Nashville. When did you make the move?
I moved here in 2019, so it's been about 6 years in Nashville.
I missed you by a year. My last trip to Nashville was in 2018 at those Nashville Universe Awards at the Wild Horse Saloon. That's the last time I've been there. It's about time to go back.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Wild Horse Saloon is now Category 10, so it's got a whole new look, and there's a ton of new places you got to check out next time you come into town.
Luke Combs took that place over. Man, a lot of artists are getting their own venues, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, almost every bar on Broadway is owned by an artist or inspired by a country artist.
Well, you got a small venue tonight. It's called the Tim Kelly Show, but we are going to put you out on 11 radio stations around the world, so we'll get that done for you.
I love it. I would rather wouldn't be anywhere else. Would rather not be anywhere else.
Awesome, and you don't have to leave your house or wherever you're at right now. And your music's going to get played everywhere, and we're going to get to hear it. It's going to be fantastic.
I'm so excited.
Your sound blends powerhouse vocals with gritty rock and soulful blues. Man, I love hearing that because there's a lot of other influences mixed into country music now, and it's just all sounding really good. Boy, you make it, that's for sure.
I think it's been so exciting trying to nail down what my sound is, and it's, taken a lot of years to figure out where my lane is, but I just think that, nobody should be put in a box.
Well, it says that you are doing that. You're creating a lane uniquely your own in today's country music scene. You have to do that just to get through the traffic in Nashville. You need to create your own lane, don't you?
Yeah, there is not a shortage of country music artists in Nashville, or just musicians in general in Nashville.
I was talking about the traffic coming in and out of that town, but yeah, exactly.
Oh, that too. Yeah, I think we have one of the worst traffic areas of, at least top 5 worst traffic in the country.
Lots of people are moving in there and hoping to make it in that 10-year town. You've been there since 2019, so about 6 years in. You're over halfway there. You're halfway making it.
Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the lane I'm headed on.
There you go. You did earn a music degree in Belmont University. Lots of folks that I have interviewed have gone to Belmont. In fact, I currently got a young lady by Savannah Benz is her name. She's currently in Belmont. And Allie Colleen, Garth's daughter, went to Belmont University. We've had her on the program 3 times. And so you're right up there with the bigger names in the world of country music that have went to Belmont. There's a bunch of them.
Oh, there's a ton. I mean, Allie Colleen is great. We both play at Garth and Trisha's place downtown together. But I love Belmont. I think it was such an amazing school. I learned so much, and it's right in the heart of Music City. So you walk 2 feet and meet, country music superstar or actor's daughter, or it's like there's a ton of people there that you can meet that are really cool and super talented.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. And Garth is loving the independent country music world so much that he created 7 radio stations on TuneIn. I was telling you about my buddy Stormy Warren, who handed me a couple of awards back in 2016 on the Wild Horse Saloon at the Nashville Universe Awards, but now he's with Garth on his station, the Big 615 there in Nashville, and they're playing a great mix of mainstream and independent country music as well.
Absolutely. I think it's so cool to celebrate all different artists in the area, especially, since there is such an abundance of musicians in Nashville. I think it's worth celebrating the 615 area code.
Absolutely. You're still a young lady, but as a real young lady, what age would you say that you started singing, if you can remember back?
Oh, 3 or 4 years old, at least.
Wow.
I feel like I've been singing my whole life. I originally started performing by doing the national anthem at the racetracks in Ohio. So originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and dirt track racing is very popular. So I would go to the tracks with my dad, and we would get to go right down on the track, and they'd drive us around in a circle. I'd sing the national anthem, and then we'd get to watch the race. So that was kind of where I started performing and getting used to big crowds. There was like 40,000 people at some of these races. So really started getting my feet wet in music. And he also played the drums growing up. So I would go and see he was in a bunch of different little bands in Ohio, and I would go up to the bars and see him play when I was like 12 or 13 years old, and get up on stage and sing. And
That's awesome.
My family is very musical in that sense, so there's just always music growing up. My mom listened to like Patsy Cline and Martina McBride, so I just had a lot of musical influence growing up. So I feel like I've always been singing. As far as like instrumentation goes, I started playing the guitar when I was 12 or 13 years old. So
good stuff. And a little bit late, but I do want to wish your dad a happy Father's Day. I hope he had a great one and got to hang out with you some on Father's Day last weekend.
Yes, I was able to be home. I played a hometown show, so I was able to be home and celebrate with him. So thank you, and happy Father's Day to all of the dads that are listening right now.
Yeah, thank you. I had a great one as well. It was fun. You have actually got to play some of the bigger stages with, been a backup singer for the great Carrie Underwood and Russell Dickerson, who I met here with a gal named Lindsay L. in Springfield several years ago.
Yes, Lindsay L is incredible too, and Russell. They're both, and Carrie. They're incredible musicians, and I can't believe that I can put that on my resume, but it is very true. I did sing background vocals for Carrie Underwood and Russell Dickerson, 2 separate occasions, but really,
awesome.
really cool experiences.
So we talked about the rock and soulful blues influences in the world of country music, but let me ask you this. Now, you mentioned growing up, your mom listened to Patsy Cline and some others like that, but why does country music resonate so much for a young person when there's so many other genres out there that you could have picked?
Oh, gosh. I think that I always felt like my voice just fit so well into the country music genre. I've always had a big voice, and, I grew up in the, rock and roll capital in Cleveland, Ohio, so I obviously, when I grew up, I was listening to Evanescence and Heart and Pat Benatar and had that rock influence growing up, and I was just so certain that was going to be my lane, but I always gravitated back towards, the Martina McBrides and, Faith Hill and Jody Messina, Sarah Evans, those women have such powerful voices, and when they got a hold of a microphone, they didn't let that go to waste. So I feel like I really just gravitated back to that. And then when I ended up coming to Nashville for college, I really just, sank into that country music experience. And, Music City, you get to be surrounded by so many different types of bands and types of music. And I just feel like country was really where I felt like home.
Yeah, that is awesome. Tell us the best stories, too, for a songwriter, I think, too. And I'm sure you'll agree, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the storytelling is really, really, really cool. You have to be an incredible songwriter to be able to, even put out music in the first place. But I think country music has a really cool storytelling element.
Yep. I love that 80s music genre, too, because that's what I started in broadcasting doing. I went to broadcasting school in the 1980s in San Diego when I lived out there. And I was DJing that 80s music when I first started out there, and love Evanescence. My Immortal's one of my favorites. Heart, Pat Benatar, like you were saying, I love all of that. But that 90s country came along, and I met my first wife was from Oklahoma, and we lived in Ada, where Blake Shelton's actually from, for about 20 years before I came back to home in Missouri here in Branson. And that's what got me into country radio, and I'm still doing it.
Oh my gosh, what a cool story. Honestly, I think just, that shares such a cool part of your life. Like, you can associate country music with 20 amazing years of starting off in broadcasting. So that's really cool.
Yep. My first radio job was in 1999, a 100,000 watt station, McAllister, Oklahoma. They went out to 22 counties, and everybody had a radio name, and they said, "What do you want yours to be?" And I was like, "What do you guys think of Tim Kelly?" And that has stuck, and so that's why I'm still at on the radio at Tim Kelly, and we're live over here on TikTok at Tim Kelly on Air. So come on and hang out with us and meet Anna Scott through the airwaves.
Yes, please come on down. Your TikTok lives are always an incredible time.
Yes,
so
they are.
Everyone, make sure you head on over.
I'm going to talk about your social media and specifically TikTok here in a little bit because something cool that I was doing my homework I saw, and we're going to talk about that. But your title of your first song, interesting title, like I was saying, is "Getting Hitched." Are you doing that, or what's going on with this song?
No, so actually, I wrote this song with my friends Sal Cosentino, Dana Snyder, and Scott Foreman, and we wrote it on Zoom in Nashville because Dana's off in Florida, and Scott and Sal are both in New York, and so we wrote this song on Zoom, and I've been such good friends with them, writing a bunch of songs, but I just came in with this idea of, I'm at a point in my life where I'm working really hard on my career, and I'm recently graduated from college, and I'm living in this awesome music city, and I'm just, trying to enjoy the most of my life. And a lot of my friends back at home are, settling down and having kids, and, I'm at this age where it's like everybody's starting to go off in their different paths. And so I was like, my kind of getting hitched is going off in a truck down to the lake, down to Lake Erie at home, and going and, get on a boat and fishing, or going and sitting at the lake and fishing. And that's, that's my kind of getting hitched, is getting the boat hitched up to the truck, heading on down to the lake and just having a good time with friends or family. And so we wrote this song, and it just feels like a really good part of people's lives when, you're just having a good time. You're enjoying your life where it is. And, some people might have a new last name, but I got a tailgate.
There you go. I love that. I love that. I love to fish too. We're in Branson. We have the Tri-Lakes area here. It's Lake Taneycomo for trout. It's Table Rock Lake that goes clear down into Arkansas. They got every kind of fish in there. And then they have Bull Shoals Lake here too. So I love to fish. And, a lot of people go to these honky-tonks and bars, like we mentioned a little bit earlier, for a hookup. But I like to hook up with a big old bass. How about you?
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. We are on the same level.
That's right. We're just getting started, man. We got great music to play for you tonight. So if you can hang out just a little bit with us, we'll play Getting Hitched and do the worldwide debut on it. Then we're going to come back and talk about another song that has a great video called Project, and that's actually the first song I ever heard from you, and I loved it.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
She is Anna Scott, live with us tonight on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, on this New Music Friday.
Been dreaming about this day since late last year. First Saturday in May, and the sky couldn't be more clear. All my friends are on the way, looking 10 out of 10. Soon we'll have a cold one raised, singing here's to happiness. Let's celebrate, today's the perfect day for getting hitched up to a boat. Head down to the lake, catch all the fish, and some boys throw them back like a bouquet. Other girls got a new last name, but I've got an old tailgate. That's how I'm getting hitched. I'm sure someday I'll be walking down that aisle. Right now running that 2 strokes more my style. Sun is bouncing off the water like a diamond ring. There is nothing in this whole wide world that makes me feel so free, like getting hitched up to a boat. Head down to the lake, catch all the fish, and some boys throw them back like a bouquet. Other girls got a new last name, but I've got an old tailgate. That's how I'm getting hitched. In sickness and in health, for better or for worse, we'll be out here every weekend until the weather turns. I'm getting hitched up to a boat, head down to the lake, catch all the fish, and some boys throw them back like a bouquet. Other girls got a new last name, but I've got an old tailgate. That's how I'm getting hitched up up to a boat, head down to the lake, catch all the fish. And some boys throw 'em back like a bouquet. Other girls got a new last name, but I've got an old tailgate. That's how I'm getting hitched. Ooh, I'm getting hitched.
Her name is Anna Scott. You just heard the story behind Getting Hitched. Now you heard the song. It is fantastic, young lady. Great job on that. I will keep playing that one if you don't mind.
Oh, thank you. It's officially out today. Officially out today.
There you go. I love it. She got the fishing pun. You know, I met my wife on Plenty of Fish.
Oh my gosh.
Never in a million years would I have thought that kind of fishing would have hooked somebody good either.
Oh, well, it was meant to be.
It was. I'll tell you what. Tell us about technology. Isn't it great? Because you get to collaborate with these other songwriters and write on a Zoom. You know, he's in Florida. You said one of them and stuff like that. How did that happen? And how did you guys connect to write this thing?
Yeah, so last year I was able to go on a really cool writers retreat to Florida, and I met a bunch of awesome songwriters, and they all have been back and forth to Nashville, but they live all over the country, so it was really cool to meet them and write a bunch of songs with them, and we just have kept in touch ever since. So sometimes I'll make some trips down to Nashville and I'll get to see them in person, but for the most part, we're writing together on Zoom and, you know, sitting in our living rooms and showing each other, you know, what the weather's like in our hometowns, and it's just really cool because I get to keep in touch with them. So technology is great. That's like one of the best things that has come out of the last few years is the ability to write songs with people via Zoom.
So let me ask you this. Now you probably bring your guitar to the thing and all of that. You know, are you more lyric based? Do you have to hear the hook first, the melody, or is it kind of a combination of both for you?
I think it's a combination for sure. I mean, each write is different depending on who's with you. A lot of times I'll write with other artists that are also musicians or track writers, and so it's a different situation each time. But other times I write with people that are only lyrics, and they don't play any instruments and they don't sing, but they write really awesome lyrics. So they come in with, you know, a bunch of ideas, and I'll come in with ideas, and we'll just kind of compare and see like where we're feeling. And sometimes we just come in and say, hey, you know, are you feeling happy? Let's write a happy, fun, upbeat song.
Yeah.
So it just really depends. But I think I always gravitate towards the melodies because, you know, growing up as a singer and playing the guitar for so many years, I feel like that's where my strong suit is.
Yeah. Have you tried your hand at a ballad yet? And is that a song that you would love to write in the future? Or maybe dabble in ballads? I love those. I'm a sucker for a ballad. That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah, I got a couple slower songs in my set of the songs that I have out right now, and that's the closest I've gotten to a full-on ballad. But I'm more of a power ballad person, so I really like the songs like Jesus Take the Wheel and those kind of songs that are like just really, really, really powerful, slow tempo, but just, you know, they pack a punch with the vocals. So that's where I lie. I think that's your niche right there, or niche as they say. I think, or niche. That's how you say it. Yeah, I think that it describes you to a T. I love that. You have drawn comparisons from other powerhouse people in the world of country music, females specifically, like Ashley McBryde for her storytelling, Jody Messina's high energy, I love her, and Cassie Ashton. I hadn't heard that name in a while. I've played her on the radio too. Oh, she's incredible, yeah. If y'all haven't checked her out yet, she's got such a smoky tone to her voice that is just so awesome. And her song Drive You Out of My Mind is really good. Called Crazy is good too. Yep. She's just really talented. She also went to Belmont. So okay, there you go. And Jody Messina started her own independent label several years ago. It's called Dreambound Records, and I've been playing her independent music for a while. She's got one, Love on a Maybe. I love that song. Oh my gosh, yeah, she's incredible. I saw her live a couple times in Nashville, and she just is so awesome and just like so spunky and fun and powerful and just I love her music. I play it all the time.
She's a fiery redhead too, isn't she?
Yes, absolutely. And she's a TikTok star too. She's getting there on TikTok. She's been posting stuff.
Now that you brought that up, I want to talk about that, and we'll talk about your TikTok and where they can find you in just a moment. It's real simple to find her, and I've been seeing a lot of you on TikTok, but just doing my research, getting ready for this program and this interview, I was looking at the views of some of your TikToks and, you know, how many followers you got and everything. But this one in particular, you're singing karaoke with a bouncer, and that got 8.5 million views. I thought that was just crazy good.
I still think it's crazy. I don't believe that it actually happened, but it did, and it's been such a cool experience to hear people in the comments talking about stuff and saying that they are visiting Nashville to go to the exact same stage that we were on to sing karaoke, and it's just, I've had karaoke bars around the country say, hey, we'll have you anytime, come on down, bring your friend.
Now, did that
cool.
Did you out-sing that guy? Did he bounce you out of the bar after it was over?
No, he's such a sweetheart. His name is Jerry, and he's got an incredible voice, too. So he actually heard me singing one floor above. I work at that bar, and I was playing a show, and he met me for the first time and said, hey, you know, after your set, come down and we'll sing karaoke together. I'm like, okay, perfect. So came down, and he actually picked the song, and of course it was, you know, Shallow from A Star Is Born, so it's such a powerful, powerful song, and just posted a little snippet of my section, and it just went crazy. So it's been such a cool experience, and you know, Jerry and I are in talks of a part 2 one day. So
that is awesome. Now, you mentioned A Star Is Born, so I'm going to say this. I think one was born when your mom and dad had you, but do you have any other siblings that are musically inclined and maybe play with you in your band or anything like that?
Oh, you're so sweet. Actually, both of my brothers can sing, and I have 2 brothers, so one of them is my twin, and he actually can play the guitar. So, but he does not do music for full time. He is actually a nurse, and so he is really very, very, very skilled at being a nurse. And but he can pick up a guitar and play it. So both of my brothers are very, very, very musically inclined, and my little brother actually has perfect pitch. So.
That's awesome. So let me ask you this. If you haven't done it already, backing up for Carrie Underwood, what is your dream gig? Somebody you would like to open for live on stage or maybe do a duet with?
Oh, gosh. I've got a huge goals list hanging up, plastered on my walls in my apartment, but I would have to say this summer I'm actually opening for Ashley McBryde at a festival, and that is going to be the highlight of my life. Like I said before, I love her storytelling, and her voice is incredible, and I just think it's going to be so exciting, and if I get the chance to meet her when I open for her, I think I might just crumble on the floor. So I'm very excited. That's in a month, which is crazy to even say. And then I mean, honestly, singing with anyone or opening for people at the Grand Ole Opry would be a huge dream of mine. I think that's such a historically important venue in country music and in just music in general. And so if I ever got to grace that stage as a solo act, that would be incredible. I've actually graced the stage once in a choir situation on the Opry stage, played with Rhonda Vincent. But I would love to grace the stage as a solo artist one day.
I met Rhonda a couple of years ago at Silver Dollar City here in Branson. She does this bluegrass and barbecue thing they got going on every year. She is fantastic, and she lives about an hour and a half north of us now in Lake Ozark, Missouri. But I was going to mention, you brought up the Grand Ole Opry. You probably saw it that night that they celebrated their 100th year anniversary. It was a Wednesday night on an NBC special. Carrie Underwood, the person that you did back up for, was singing to Randy Travis Forever and Ever, and she handed him the mic, and he got to say amen, and there wasn't a dry eye in the house. That was quite an event.
I can attest to the fact that there was no dry eye in the audience, because I was, in fact, one of the teary-eyed people in the audience.
Wow.
And I was bawling. So it was the craziest, most heartwarming experience ever, just watching her walk down on this, to the audience, right to Randy Travis, and his wife was sitting right next to him, and everybody was crying. Reba was crying. Everybody was crying.
Yep. You can attest to the fact that music does that for people, can't you? It's therapeutic. It gets you through a sad time, a happy time, just whatever. When a song comes on the radio, it brings back all of those memories.
Absolutely. It's very powerful, and it connects people, regardless of language and location. I feel like it brings people together, which is unlike a lot of things in life. So I think music is very special in that way.
That's why we're doing this tonight. I've been doing it for a while. You're getting going, and we all end up meeting as independents. If you stay in this game long enough as far as radio and interviewing the artist. Man, I love having you on the program tonight. This has been a blast.
Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. This has been so fun.
You are welcome. Let's talk about your first song that I ever heard. It's called Project, and it's got a cool video to it, and you're kind of wearing a construction vest and stuff like that, and it reminded me kind of what my daughter does. She's a certified flagger for road construction and keeps the people safe while they're pouring asphalt on the highway, so.
Oh my gosh, good for her.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
She loves doing it. Tell us about Project. It's awesome.
Yeah, so Project I released in April, and it was written with my friends Nick Ciro and Carly Zimmerman, and I actually got to play it at the Bluebird Cafe recently, which is such a cool opportunity that I got to have. The Bluebird Cafe is an incredible venue in Nashville, but I just had the best experience writing that song. I really just, it was just cool to get that kind of emotion out. I'm generally a happy person, but I think this song is, stemming from the fact that you have grown through situations, whether it's been, failed relationships, you've grown through it, and you are at a point where you are giving a PSA to anyone that comes into your life that wants to be there for you throughout everything. You're just giving them a PSA, like, I have grown. If you have baggage that you don't want to take care of, that is, something that you can go to therapy for, I don't know, then, maybe you should find somebody else to bless, because you're on this train of growth. And I think that, it kind of describes a little bit of where I was at in the moment when I wrote it, back half of 2024, just trying to figure out, who I am as a person. And sometimes you get to a point where you're like, I'm done dealing with crap.
Yeah, we've all got our hands full. We don't need another project, but I have loved making time to talk to you tonight. This has been fun.
Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful you made the time for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to hear the story behind this next song. I have played it several times. It's got a great lyric story to it. It's called Little Red.
Yeah, Little Red is, oh my gosh, I love Little Red for many reasons. I love all of my songs. They're kind of like my children, and I can't pick my favorite. But I specifically love Little Red because it's just an anthem for anyone that is feeling like they are struggling to have their voice be heard. I think, in the story of, Little Red Riding Hood and everything, like, she's with her grandma and the wolves, like, the wolf should not be messing with her or her grandma because she's strong and she's independent and she can, I think it just goes to show that, like, anyone that is, trying to wreak havoc in your life, like, you can stand up for yourself and be proud of that, and you can own your space and be confident. And so I love Little Red because I think sometimes I need to hear Little Red for myself. I need to take my own advice.
Yep. Well, you have been fantastic. You're going to do very well in the world of country music. And next month, when you get to hang out with Ashley McBryde, a good friend of mine, Peyton Howie, I've had her on the program a couple of times. She opened for her last year, and it just looks like a lot of fun. You're going to have a great time.
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us where folks can find you and find your music before that happens and go see you in a live show with Ashley McBryde. Where can we do that?
Yeah, so you can find me at AnnaScottMusic.com. That is my website. You can find all of my socials on there, all of my shows. If any of you are ever in Nashville, Tennessee, you can probably find me at one of my shows downtown on Broadway. If you wander far enough, you'll probably run into my show down there a lot of times playing country music. But TikTok, you can find me Anna Scott Music. Instagram, you can do Anna.Scott. Most of the platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music is, Anna Scott Music. You'll eventually find me. I'm the brunette from Nashville, Tennessee, so you'll find that. But this summer I'm actually playing this festival called Country Concerts in Fort Loramie, Ohio. So if any of you are tuning in from Ohio, I will be there, and I am in the lineup with Blake Shelton and Ashley McBride and John Party and Neil McCoy and a bunch of other really, really, really cool artists. Allie Colleen, Ashley Cook. So
I know all those folks. I know of their music, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So I'm just so blessed to be on that lineup. So if y'all are interested in coming to see it, it's July 13th is when I am performing. It is a Saturday, and it's going to be a blast.
There you go. I used to play John Party as an independent, and on a Friday night I would say, it's time to party.
I love that.
We love that upbeat music just like you make, and you got some great music for a Friday night. So, people are going right now, who's playing tonight? We got Anna Scott, man. We're top notch tonight, that's for sure. Thanks for doing this. It's been fun, and have a great weekend, all right?
Oh, you too. I hope y'all enjoy my music.
Absolutely.
And thanks for tuning in. This has been such a fun time.
Well, maybe one of these days we'll get to meet you in person, too, here in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. I appreciate it.
I need to make a trip.
There you go. Project. Her name is Anna Scott. Anna Scott Music all over social media and on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on this New Music Friday.
And your sloppy drunk stare, all the commitment issues you've got. I've been there, I've done that, and gone there again. Ain't looking for perfect, but babe, in the end, I don't need another project. I ain't got the time. A downright fixer-upper like the ones I left behind. I got issues too, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sick of ignoring all the caution signs. I don't need another project. I don't need another project. I've tried it before, helping guys break down walls. It just left me with dust and debris. 'Cause it never works and I just wind up hurt. I don't do renovations for free. I don't need another project. I ain't got the time. A downright fixer-upper like the ones I left behind. I got issues too, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sick of ignoring all the caution signs. I don't need another project. I don't need another project. I don't need another project. I don't need another I've been there, I've done that, and gone there again. You don't need my number, you just need a maintenance man. I don't need another project, I ain't got the time. A downright fixer-upper like the ones I left behind. I got issues too, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sick of ignoring all the caution signs. I don't need another project, I ain't got the time. And now I fix her up like the ones I left behind. I got issues too, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sick of ignoring all the caution signs. I don't need another project. I don't need another project. I don't need another project.
The best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
She never missed a Sunday where she didn't pray. Never wanted to cross the line, never wanted to disobey. She can brighten up any night with her sunshine smile. She's every bit a woman, though she's treated like a child. Grandma always told her, be nice and trust the Lord. But little Red's been around these woods before. These wolves keep preying around on the ones they think are nice. Take advantage of their kindness, then stab them with a knife. One day all gone. When the sun goes down, the wolves come out, thinking they're so tough. They'll light your way with gasoline and bomb you with their love. But Grandma always told her, be nice and hold her tongue. But Little Red's got different plans. She's loaded like a gun. These wolves keep preying around on the ones they think are nice. Take advantage of their kindness, then stab them with a knife. One day they're gonna realize where the line is drawn. Better run before Little Red's kindness is ungone. Biggest big guys ain't covering up those eyes, so just go on goodbye, 'cause you ain't fooling Little Red. Oh, oh, oh. Biggest big guys ain't covering up those eyes, so just go on goodbye, 'cause you ain't fooling Little Red. Oh, these wolves keep playing around on the ones they think are nice. Take advantage of their kindness, then stab them with a knife. One day they're gonna realize where the line is drawn. Better run before Little Red. Kindness is all good. Biggest big guys ain't covering up those eyes, so just go on goodbye, 'cause you ain't fooling.
That song is called Little Red. You heard Project and Getting Hitched, the worldwide radio debut from Anna Scott. AnnaScottMusic.com is her website. Go check her out. She is fantastic. And Anna Scott Music on TikTok. She is hanging out with us on my TikTok over here at Tim Kelly on Air. And she's got a big, huge fan base hitting that screen. And we've got 120,000 hearts and we are still counting. And we've got a little less than an hour to go in the show. You guys are amazing. And Anna Scott is amazing. Thanks for being on the program tonight. I really do appreciate it. Come back anytime you want to talk about some new music. I am down to hear your stuff, and I'm going to keep playing it as well. Welcome to the third hour of the Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. I am live on TikTok at Tim Kelly on Air. I'm also live on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio, and I'm live on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com and on my Facebook account, of course, as well. And man, add up all of those people that are watching, and we got hundreds, if not thousands, of people checking out the show tonight and listening and watching from wherever you are. I'm wearing this cool 4th of July hat now that my daughter got me for Father's Day, so we got the strings taken off of that. Feels great, so it actually fits my big head, too, without the headphones on, so that's good stuff. Boss Stone is going to kick off this hour, and he is going to be my special guest on this coming Wednesday edition of the Tim Kelly Show, so be sure to tune on to that coming up Wednesday night. We'll hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time. And we've already debuted this song worldwide radio, but you may be hearing it for the first time right now. His brand new single is called Down to Here. Boss Stone on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
Just a country boy with hair down to here. Rock bottom is cold and feels so near. Running my life to shambles, clear down to here. Dear God, if you're down to here, I'm down here. Yeah, it's me, way down here. These boots have walked miles down this lonely road. Lord knows I've been high, that's probably why I feel so low. Got a 45 about to reload, but God, first will you take this load? I'm just a country boy, I'm still holding on. Dear God, if you're down to here, I'm down here. Just a country boy with hair down to here. Rock bottom is cold and feels so near. Running my life shambles clear down to here. Dear God, if you're down to here, I'm down here. Yeah, it's me, way down here. Bottles and pills let me down. Time and time again they have picked me up, tossed me around, left me broken, bruised, banged up and farther from you. And Mama said you will never leave me. The good book says you will never forsake me. I know hell is hot and beer is cold. The streets are tough, I hear, in heaven they're gold. I don't want another number, just wanna sing another number. Up there or down here. Dear God, if you're down to here, I'm down here. Just a country boy with hair down to here. Rock bottom is cold and feels so near. Running my life to shambles, clear down to here. Dear God, if you're down to here, I'm down here. Yeah, it's me, way down here.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs. There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Well, I ain't who I used to be, and I don't like what I see. This world is different, there's no doubt. I'm still alive, but I feel left out. And I feel the laughter of a child underneath this broken smile. Well, I see the sun shine again, the stars dance upon my skin with age in my eyes. And I hope that I know the rain is here to wash away the pain, and I'll feel like a child again. And all the sadness goes away till I wake up to another day of my life. I ain't saying it's been all that bad. My heart ain't always been sad. But you grow lonely when you grow old. Well, I wake up where I go home. Well, I see the sun shine again, the stars dance upon my skin with age in my eyes. And I hope that I know the rain of my life. Let all the sadness go away. But I wake up to another day of my life.
His name is Sean Carson. That is Sean, S-E-A-N is how you spell his name, and that is a great tune called My Life. And he will be a special guest on the Tim Kelly Show a little bit later on this summer as well. Well, you know, we talked about this next artist in the interview that we did with Anna Scott tonight. Jody Messina scored 9 #1 singles with her former record label Curb Records. Now she has her own independent record label. She has Dreambound Records, and this song is a hit from it. It is called Love on a Maybe from Jody Messina on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
You say, don't be mad at you, but what am I supposed to do? I can't keep wasting space in my heart. You get close and then you push away. Your car is back in my driveway. You know what to say. I hope you stay. Can't come back around, can't come back around. Getting my hopes up just to tear them down. I don't need you for a minute. Don't stand there telling me you're in it, 'cause I need you to show me you won't leave me hanging. No, I can't give my love. No, I can't give my love on a maybe. You know every part of me, reach in to the heart of me. You make me believe I'm on top of the world. Get close, come sit close to me, so that you can see the view from up here is undeniable. Can't come back around, can't come back around. Getting my hopes up just to tear them down. I don't need you for a minute. Don't stand there telling me you're in it, 'cause I
This is Rick Trevino, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show, syndicated worldwide, playing you country's best.
It's a wild roller coaster, not a merry-go-round. Rejoice when you reach the heights, but you learn from all the downs. Turn your hungry heart loose and hold on tight. You're in for the ride, the ride of your life. It's a long, solo mission. It's a one-man show. Till the day that you meet the one with a matching heart and soul. You're two lonely roads emerge until the end of time. Together you'll ride the ride of your life. There'll come that day you'll find a detour ahead. Destiny will await just around the bend. When the exits they go by and you can't find your way, when the winding road gets too dark, shine the light of your faith. Let the Lord above be your guide, and drive on with a smile. Mile after mile, the ride of your life. Don't hide, just ride the ride of your life.
His name is Rick Trevino. He's had lots of hits in the world of country music, and that is going to be another one, I feel. It is his brand new single out to radio. It is called The Ride. Go check it out, Rick Trevino and The Ride. And thank you for that liner, brother, for the Tim Kelly Show. I sure do appreciate it. This next artist is going to be a special guest on my show later on this summer. He's been in my chat room a few times over here on TikTok, and he's got an amazing song that we're going to get to hear the story behind when we do the interview. His name is Terrence Hart from Quebec, Canada. This Town is this song right here on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
I remember sometime many years ago
When the roads were quiet everywhere I'd go. When the fields stretched wide far as I could see. When the children were playing so peacefully. Seems like the sun's got a little brighter. Feels like the water's got a bit more colder. Seems like the time passes way more faster. Feels like I ain't getting any younger. This town keeps growing on me. I'm right where I wanna be. This town's like no other place. It puts a smile on my face. This town's like sweet love song. Got my heart beating strong. Now the streets are filled, voices in the air. Neon lights are shining, music everywhere. Still the old oak stands where it used to be. A reminder of all that it means to me. This town keeps growing on me. I'm right where I wanna be. This town's like no other place. It puts a smile on my face. This town's like sweet love song. It got my heart beating strong. When my time has come, I'll be on my way. I still hear the laughter of the songs we'd play. There's a magic here nothing can replace. In my heart, this town always have a place. Seems like the sun's got a little brighter. Feels like the water's got a bit more colder. Seems like the time passes way more faster. Feels like I ain't getting any younger. This town keeps growing on me. I'm right where I wanna be. This town's like no other place. It puts a smile on my face. This town's like sweet love song. It got my heart beating strong. This town. This town.
Party till we drop.
It's always a party.
Just partying it up.
Your country party is here all summer.
It's summertime.
Crank up the AC, because things are heating up. No, seriously, turn up the AC or the shirt's coming off. You don't want to see this dad bod.
Turning up the summer country right now.
Every single summer, I wonder if you think about me.
Your summertime station is Indie Country Radio, New Country's.
Drink a clock. The band is ready to rock. Yes, drink the clock. Time to hit the floor and walk that walk in. Sitting at my desk, daydreaming about the weekend. Looking at my phone, can't wait for this shift to end. Scrolling on Instagram, wondering what to wear out. I didn't lose at the bar, it's all I can think about. Yeah, yes, drink a clock. Let's see what moves you've got. Yes, drink a clock. Time to hit the floor and dance all night. I'm making my way to the front of the stage. I put my hands up in the air,
Here's a great summertime song to get the first day of summer started. It is called Drink O'Clock. I'm thirsty now. That is Fran Cell, and she's going to be a special guest of mine later on this summer as well. Check out my full live interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage of my website. Got some great interviews coming up at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. This next artist is Canadian. His name is Tim Albertson. His latest single out to radio is called Do What You Do. We do New Country's best on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio on New Music Friday.
Found a Polaroid picture from our first date. That red dress you wore, love-struck look on my face cast a spell on me then. It's still working now. Maybe it's magic. I don't understand how you do what you do. Tell me your secret. I don't have a clue, but you make it look easy. And day after day, and the way I keep falling for you. How do you do what you do, what you do? I'm loving this feeling, I don't have a clue. I can barely believe it, and day after day, and the way I keep falling for you. How do you do what you do? You're still lighting me up like a bonfire at night, burning hot like the sun after all of this time. Gotta fill me in, cause I can't figure out. It must be magic. I don't understand how you do what you do. Tell me your secret. I don't have a clue, but you make it look easy. And day after day, the way I keep falling for you. How do you do what you do, what you do? I'm loving this feeling, I don't have a clue. I can barely believe it, and day after day, the way I keep falling for you. How do you do what you do? How do you do what you do? Tell me your secret, I don't have a clue, but you make it look easy. And day after day, the way I keep falling for you. How do you do what you do, what you do? I'm loving this feeling, I don't have a clue. I can barely believe it, and day after day, the way I keep falling for you. How do you do what you do? How do you do what you do? Girl, how do you do what you do?
Once again, his name is Tim Albertson, great Canadian artist and a great song right there. His latest out to radio called Do What You Do. Well, who hasn't in the last few years, if you've listened to country radio, not listened to a guy by the name of Morgan Wallen? I know you know who he is, and you probably know a lot of his songs and can sing them along word for word. But this next song is probably the first one that has ever been written by, or from, about Morgan Wallen. There you go, I got it right that time. It's about Morgan Wallen, and the young lady that wrote it, her name is Ashlyn Green. She is super talented, and we're going to talk about the stories behind that song in our next interview that we're going to do. It's going to be our upcoming second interview a little bit later this summer as well. Here you go, a song about Morgan Wallen, Ashlyn Green, Mr. Wallen on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Grew up in South Carolina, but I can be a Tennessee fan. Just a small town cowgirl falling for back home outlaw kind of man. Mama thinks that I'm good girl gone. I swear I ain't done nothing wrong. Those back road drives on a Friday night, just listen to the boys tell lies, lies, lies. Can't explain why singing with you always makes me smile. I'm chasing you, living the dream, driving back and forth to Tennessee. And I know you ain't thinking about me, but I know every word from A to an M. chance I get from old bar stools to nights I'll never forget. Hearing everyone sing along to my hometown Harville songs. Under a string of lights or a summer sky, taking it one thing at a time. Guess I'm doing alright, yeah, love is life. But every night when I close my eyes, I'm chasing you, living the dream. Driving back and forth to Tennessee, and I know you ain't thinking about me. Now I know every word from A to if I know me. One track mind in a two-tone truck, sing my songs and grant some love. Get my number and come calling. Hope you're listening, Mr. If you ever wanna share a scene, all you gotta do is look my way. I'm chasing you, living the dream, driving back and forth to Tennessee. And I know you ain't thinking about me. I know every word from A to if I know me. One track mind in a two-tone truck, singing my songs and with some love. Get my number and come calling. Hope you're listening, Mr. Warren. Yeah. You get my number and come calling. Are you listening, Mr. Warren?
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
Another Friday night on the same old bar stool, drinking whiskey from the bottle till last call, thinking about the day we went our separate ways and hoping that tomorrow's a better day. It's all a part of making the right choices. It's all in that book I gave to you. Never be afraid to take a look inside. 'Cause baby, you're holding on to foolish pride. I'm hoping that someday you will find it. It's in your heart, I know. Wait and see. You can't make it on your own, so try to trust in God. You should take his advice from now on. It's all a part of making the right choices. It's all in that book I gave to you. Never be afraid to take a look inside. 'Cause baby, you're holding on to foolish pride. 'Cause baby, you're holding on to foolish
Her name is Jessica McLaughlin. That is called Holding On to Foolish Pride, and she is a great Canadian artist as well. You're going to get to hear the story behind that song in an upcoming interview on the Tim Kelly Show. She is fantastic as well. Well, I know y'all know who John Michael Montgomery is. He's on his last year of touring around the country and around the world, but his son is just getting going as an independent artist. We've been helping him out, and I love playing his music. He is super talented, just like Dad. His name is Walker Montgomery. This is called Leave Your Leaving Behind on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this New Music Friday.
You've been gone, long gone for a while. I've tried to move on, but I can't get past your smile. Girl, I'm not over you, not by a million miles. Don't know if I'll ever leave your leaving behind. Find a little peace of mind. You set me free where I can't fly. I keep hoping and praying someday that I might leave your leaving behind. I know it's crazy to be standing at your door. I stayed away till I can't take it anymore. Is there any way to be the way we were before? 'Cause I'm not sure I can leave your leaving behind. Find a little peace of mind. You set me free where I can't fly. I keep hoping and praying someday that I might leave your leaving behind. If you just say the word, I'll walk away from you. I'll admit that we are through. But if you feel the way I do, girl, leave your leaving behind. Help me find some peace of mind. Set me free where I can't fly. I've been hoping and praying someday that I might leave your leaving behind.
Once again, his name is Walker Montgomery. He is the son of the great John Michael Montgomery, and that is one of his latest singles out to radio. He's got some great songs. It is called Leave Your Leaving Behind. Well, we're not leaving too many people behind tonight. We've got one more song to play, and then we're going to say goodnight. This next gentleman will be with me on a September edition of the Tim Kelly Show later on, starting in the fall. So we just wrapped up a great radio interview, pre-recorded it, and it's going to be great. His name is Jason Price. He is also a Canadian artist. This song is called 24/6 on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Most nights I sit here alone, my favorite stool, drinking straight Patron. It's better than being home alone, or so they tell me. she sat next to me and asked, "So what's your story?" And I told her, "I've been in love till death did us part, and that just doesn't break your heart. It kills a piece. For that, there ain't no cure." She gave a girl and boy to me. I had a rich man's family, and I'd give every piece, everything I own, to have her back with me. So before you ask me for a dance in the hopes of finding some romance, and we find ourselves just a few years down the road, there's a piece of her that lives in me, and that's just the way it'll always be. So if you accept that just the way it is, I could love you 24/6. So I rambled on. I must have talked through 7 songs about all the things we used to do when she was here. Like on Sundays we'd go for our walks after church to our favorite spot, and I still go there and pray. I feel her dancing around me. So before you ask me for a dance in the hopes of finding some romance, and we find ourselves just a few years down the road, there's a piece of her that lives in me. It's just the way it'll always be. So if you accept that just the way it is, I could love you 24/6. I know she's not here, but there's times I swear where I can feel her right beside me. So before you ask me for a dance in the hopes of finding some romance, and we find ourselves just a few years down the road, there's a piece of her that lives in me. That's just the way it'll always be. So if you accept that just the way it is, if you accept that just the way it is, I could love you 24/6.
Once again, his name is Jason Price. That is called 24/6. He's a great Canadian artist, and he will be a special guest on the Tim Kelly Show coming up this September. Well, I want to thank my special guest on tonight's show, Sean Lee Stamps and Anna Scott, for joining me on the program. 2 fantastic artists and lots of great stories behind the songs. If you missed the live show, don't worry. Everything's recorded. It will be available on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn me on and turn it up. Let me make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. I'll see you